Hello. Well, today I have a little book that I found in this very park. I mean, right over there in the little free library thing. I'll do a show you right now, a dramatic representation, a refiguring, a dramatization of my finding of the book. Just a moment. So what have we here? Chewing the Cud by Marvin Anderson. Illustrations by Max Willinger. Dr. Max Willinger. A doctor did the illustrations. Did say, I don't think it says a doctor of what. So what we have here is a little book. It's for Flaco, Flaco. It's from this very year, 2024, and copyright by Marvin Anderson. It's a really nice little book. It's printed on some sort of bamboo something or other. Is that what it's supposed to be? Bamboo paper or something? There's a lot of blank pages at the end. I don't know if I'm supposed to write my own ending there, but and they're numbered, like pages 95 through 108. No, 105. There's 10 pages of blank pages in the book. So I don't know what that is about. So what it is these little stories, or maybe I don't know. When I started reading it, I thought, okay, what is this? What is this like? And oddly enough, I thought of another Anderson. I guess I had this word association with Anderson, so I thought Anderson. Oh, well, I read a lot of Sherwood Anderson books, like, I don't know, 20 years ago, and I really liked them. So maybe it's like Sherwood Anderson, like Winesburg, Ohio. So, but it's not. It's sort of like Winesburg, Ohio, because it does deal with the grotesques in our society, to a certain extent. So yeah, there's just a scene in a diner, and somebody wants cheesecake, and the other guy gets embarrassed, and yeah, and there's lots of little illustrations that are nice. There's a guy that buys a banana from a fruit guy, and the fruit guy's out there all the time out on 2nd Avenue, right out here. So it's like, this is like right in the neighborhood. This is like an actual document by a real writer of like stuff around where I live. I mean, it's pretty amazing, and it was just in that library thing, which I'll probably just return it to. So the next, because it is $5. It says it's $5, and I don't want to spend $5 on it. Okay, I mean, I probably could spare $5, but I don't want to right now. I'm not working that much for the summer, and I got other expenses. I mean, besides, you'd only expend it on booze. There's lots of drinking going on here. But that's okay. It might helps the flow. And then this is he claims to, there's a biography, a little biography of the writer here. It claims to be born in Sag Harbor in Leap Day in 1984. So does that mean he's the age he is minus except subtracting 4 years every 4. I don't know how you would work out that. You would, if you were born on a leap day, You skip up, so you're 1 when you're 4, you're 2 when you're 8, you're 3 when you're 12. So I don't know what that gets to 1984. 40 years of that. I don't know where that brings a person, but let's assume he's older than 40 then, or 40 thereabouts, which means he's a millennial. I read a book by a millennial. Look at that, an elder, a senior, boomer read a millennial. It was short because I know millennials don't have a big attention span because they grew up on Instagram or something, right? They grew up on, they were too old, they were too young for MySpace, so yeah, they grew up on Instagram. Yeah, so let's see, let's read some. They were upstate, and it is the middle of the night. He has not slept yet because it is too quiet. 100 or 1,000 miles away, a train faintly blares its horn. She stirs beside him. They are in love. Did you hear that? She grumbles, half asleep. Yes, he says. She turns and buries herself into his chest. I'm in the middle of the most wonderful dream. He holds her. He feels more like himself when he is with her than when he is alone. He is asleep. He feels more like himself when he's with her. More like himself. So, yeah, like a Facebook friend of mine said, when do you feel most alive? Is that sort of related to that? She posted, when do you feel most alive? She often asks questions like that. People weigh in. She's sort of a therapist, yoga teacher or something. So when do you feel most alive? And I just like, I always feel alive. It's just, degrees of consciousness. Like I'm awake alive, early morning alive, just had coffee alive, kind of depressed alive, working alive, staring at the wall alive, watching a movie alive. I always feel most alive. I don't know what that means. When did you have peak experiences? I don't know. Anyway, I guess he would be most alive with his girlfriend here, but it seems like the girlfriend sort of comes and goes, and the illustrations are kind of nice. They're sort of crude. I mean, I can say this because I do work at the art school and see all these fancy schmancy, very skillfully done artworks and paintings and so forth with me as the subject very often, and so I kind of know unschooled and crude, sort of Ted Rawlish in a way, maybe a little more crafted than the Ted Rawl stuff. Even a few mindless moments on a screen is enough to inflict damage on the spirit. It is a colossal loss, endlessly pursuing for nothing at all. It is our journey of select reality encapsulated in bit and pixel and emulsion of crossfire, a steam shower of waste in the mainframe of consciousness. Just a few minutes, you say? Nay, this is the end, my good man. His niece receives an iPad on her 3rd birthday. She smiles purely like an angel from God's pocket. Everything instantly second-guessed. Inspired, he later checks his phone 40 times over 4 minutes, waiting for a reply that won't arrive. This is the truth. Guess he's worried about the 3-year-old in the future. I don't know if I'll read any more of it because it's such a little book and you can get it for yourself. I'll include the website, and you can check this out for yourself if you want, or you can come over here to the Stuyvesant Square and pick it up in the box where I'm going to return it. And I hope you enjoy the journey. I enjoyed my little journey. It was, I've been reading all this nonfiction, and there's the sirens going down the street here. This is a sort of reality. Like I was saying, I've been reading all this nonfiction lately, and like kind of heavy stuff here about the wars and all that. And if you read just sort of nonfiction, people are kind of horrible. I mean, people are really sort of terrible, and because they just do like terrible things. And most of the nonfiction is kind of ruled by these by the boss types, the political types, the soldier types, all those types. So, I don't know. It's a rough go with fiction sometimes. So it was nice to enter in on this and feel a fictional, at least personal, about this particular guy or character of Marvin Anderson in the book, because it brings it back to empathy with an individual instead of trying to empathize with humanity, which it's like when I think about humanity, I think like I think it's just time to push the red button and forget the whole damn thing. But then when we go to individuals, it's like the 3-year-old with her 3-year-old niece with her iPad. Okay, so. Aren't humans wonderful in our little struggles to do whatever we're struggling to do while we're here struggling and doing in our struggly do days? Stuyvesant Park's kind of nice. It's sort of near where I live, so I can walk over here, and it's pretty quiet, not much going on here, so it's pretty easy to hang around and read, and nobody bothers you particularly. Nobody wants anything. There's Peter Stuyvesant over there. There's a statue of Peter Stuyvesant. He's got a peg leg. He's only got one leg. I don't know why. What happened to his other leg? But that was a long time ago, and there's Peter Stuyvesant with his one leg. Alrighty, Petey. So yeah, I'm gonna put it back over. And, there's a woman there looking at the books, and maybe I have to wait for her to clear out of the way for me to return this to the box. All right, to the next customer. Oh, it's competing with Peppa's Valentine's Day. That could be rough. Okay, good luck chewing the cud, like bovine, chewing the cud. Bye-bye.